5 things you should be looking for if you're looking at a house that has a basement. Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in. I am Lesley Perreault with Wichita area real estate experts and eXp Realty. And in today's video, I want to share 5 examples with you that you're going to be able to look for if you are out looking at homes by yourself, maybe a first sell by owner, or you just haven't decided on a real estate agent that you want to work with and you're not sure that they know what they're doing if you're out looking at houses with a different agent. So the first thing, super easy to spot, when you walk down into the basement, you're going to be able to see metal I-beams. So these I-beams are constructed of steel. The reason they're called an I-beam is they're in the shape of the letter I. So they're going to be installed straight up next to the foundation wall, and they are there to support the foundation. So a couple things about these I-beams. They should be secured at the bottom, and they should also be blocked in at the top up in the floor joist. So those are some things that you might want to look for with that. Now, does this mean that a house has a foundation problem? Not necessarily. It means that it had a foundation problem. So a lot of times when these beams are installed, they're going to come with a structural engineer report signing off on it or some kind of warranty from a basement foundation company. So those are definitely things that you should be looking for and asking for. The next thing that you can look for, also very easy to identify, is their anchor plates. So you're going to see a rectangular plate and it looks like it has a big nut and a screw or a bolt sticking out of the wall. And what those are is they actually put a traction system out into the yard. So it goes through the yard and then you can start cranking those, and it's supposed to create tension out into the yard to possibly pull the wall back out straight. I've never seen one in 20 years that's pulled it out back perfectly straight, but that was the idea when those were invented. Again, same philosophy as the first one. It doesn't mean that it has a current problem. It means that it's had a problem, should come with some kind of structural engineer report or some kind of warranty. So always check for those things. Another thing that you might see, if you see some areas that look kind of slick, like they've got a finish to them and it's in a crack, and sometimes they have like a little prong that's coming out of the wall, those are epoxy injections. So they actually place something in those cracks, shoot the epoxy out into the crack through those prongs, and then they're left there to set up and help waterproof the crack. Again, should come possibly with some type of warranty or some information. And also you should have a disclosure from the seller that says, hey, we haven't had any more water problems since then. So definitely more things to be looking for. A couple of things that aren't as obvious, and it's something that you're going to have to play a little bit more of a detective on. Number 4, you want to be looking down around, let's go into the unfinished side of the basement. You're going to be wanting to look at the floor and see if there's water staining on any of the wood that's resting on the floor. That's basically your vertical stud work. And you're also going to want to be looking at the bottom of the sheetrock that's down there, because if that has ever been wet, you're going to see some type of staining along that. Keep in mind, that might not have come from a foundation problem. That could come from a hot water heater that's leaked or something else, a dishwasher that has leaked into the basement. But those are also things that you should be able to look through a seller's disclosure and see if it happened during their ownership. Last but not least, kind of goes along the same lines as looking for these water marks along the sheetrock and wood, is checking around the furnace. Never fails. If a foundation has had a lot of liquid over a series of time, then you're going to be able to see basically rust along the bottom of the furnace. So that is definitely a telltale sign that there has been either moisture in the basement or a very high humidity content along the floor. So hopefully these 5 tips are something that you can put to use when you're out looking for your next house. And if you want an expert to come with you and take you around to look at houses and point these things out with you, feel free to give us a call. You can reach us at 316-202-5515. Thanks for tuning in.